If you are a female runner over 45 and you train consistently but still feel flat on most runs, this is for you. Because most female runners over 45 think the answer is more grit, more miles, more pushing, and that often makes it worse. After more than 15 years of working with thousands of female runners over the age of 45, we see the same frustration again and again. People are doing the work, but they are not feeling the reward. They are fit on paper, but they do not feel fresh in the legs. In this video, we are going to show you the exact recovery system female runners use to feel fresher on more runs and still keep improving. Not by doing more, but by doing the right things in the right order. And the first thing we need to clear up is this. Feeling tired is not always a training problem. More often than not, it's a recovery signal you are missing. Let me make this real. One of our female runners on our Coach Perry platform comes to us and says, I'm not injured, I'm not sick, I'm sleeping and I'm training, but I feel like I'm dragging a trailer full of rocks. Every single run feels like hard work. So she does what disciplined runners do, right? She pushes through and trains more. And that is where the trap starts. Because when you keep stacking training on top of fatigue, you're constantly training yourself into the ground. And by this point, you stop remembering what fresh feels like. And this is not about being soft. It is about training smart. Recovery is not the opposite of training. Recovery is part of training, perhaps the most important part of training. The same way that braking is a part of driving. If you never brake, it does not mean you are fully committed. It means you and your trailer full of bricks are going to crash. So today, I'm not giving you random tips. I'm building a system that makes your training actually land. Here's the science in plain language. Your run is a signal. Recovery is when body reads that signal and changes. If the body does not get enough recovery, it does not make the change. It just continues to break down. Think of it like building a wall. Training puts bricks on the ground. Recovery is when you stack them properly and let the cement set. If you keep throwing bricks and never let the cement set, you do not get a strong wall. You get a messy pile. And after 45, you can still build, but that cement does need a little more time to settle together. And here is the part that female runners over 45 often miss. The body does not count running only as stress. It counts all stress. Work stress, poor sleep, undereating, too much intensity too often, even low-level worry. So the goal of this recovery system is simple. Lower total stress enough so that you can rebuild. Then place stress in the right places so you can keep improving. And this is why recovery is not one thing. Many female runners treat recovery like a single event, a rest day, a foam roll, a stretch. But feeling fresh for more runs is not built by one event. It's built by a routine that repeats. So here is how we are going to do this. We'll start with the piece that gives the fastest payoff. Then we'll layer on the next piece, then the next, and only near the end will we show you how the whole system clicks together. Because if we give you the whole answer right now, you'll forget it by tomorrow. Let's start with what blocks freshness without most female runners over 45 even realizing it. Many female runners train as if every run must feel like it counted. So they just sit in that middle zone. Not easy, not really truly hard, just kind of solid. They finish sweaty, feel proud and think, good, that's going to make me fitter. But that solid zone has a cost. It loads the muscles more than an easier run does. It heightens the nervous system. It keeps the legs loaded. It keeps fatigue just kind of simmering. Then the next day you wake up, not fresh, but you still run. And you sit in that same solid zone again. You're not doing anything wrong on purpose. You're just running in a way that makes your recovery hard. Now here is the important part. We are not saying that you should never run hard. You absolutely should. But you need contrast. Easy needs to be easy enough to recover, and hard needs to be spaced enough to adapt. This is where the first change starts. Not with more training, but with different feel on easy days. Here's a story that we see all the time. Another one of our female runners in our Coach Perry platform says, I don't want to slow down because I feel like I'm losing fitness. So she keeps her easy runs at a pace that feels steady but not relaxed. She does not feel wrecked. She just never really feels fresh. Then we asked her one question. Well, when was the last time that you finished a run feeling calmer than when you started? Most people pause. They actually can't remember. And that is a clue. So the first shift is to protect your easy days. If you can talk in full sentences, you're in the right zone. If you need to shorten your words or feel that strong push in the chest, it's too hard for an easy day. And this is not wasted running. Easy runs build aerobic strength. They increase mitochondria. They improve your body's ability to send oxygen to the cells. It improves the body's ability to then remove waste products from those cells, reducing load spikes, and it helps you to recover for the sessions that really matter. Now, you say to me, well, Shona, I run my easy days truly easy, but I still feel flat. The next missing piece is often fueling. Many female runners over 45 are underfueled for the work that they do, especially around training. Mainly because they are restricting food to manage their weight. But some of those who do not do that is not because they do not eat, but because they do not eat enough, and perhaps not enough at the right times. If you finish a run and delay eating for several hours, you're asking your body to rebuild while the tank is empty. Then the next run starts with less energy. You feel heavier, you push more, you burn more, and recovery is worse. And this is where the spiral starts. So the next piece of the system is simple. After training, refill energy and rebuild muscle. That means carbohydrates and protein. Carbs refill your energy stores so the next run feels lighter. Protein supports muscle repair and helps you maintain strength as you age. It's not about chasing the perfect meal. It's about not leaving recovery to chance. If your run is the work, your meal is the tool that makes the work count. Skipping the meal is like paying the builder, but refusing to buy the bricks. Aim for something simple within 20 to 40 minutes after most runs. A normal meal or snack with carbs. Carbs are the most important. If you can add protein to that, then you're winning. Consistency beats perfection. If you often feel ravenous late at night and find yourself binging on sweets before bed, that can be a sign that you did not refuel properly earlier. Your body is trying to catch up. Now, if you clean up easy run days and refuel better, most female runners over 45 already start feeling lighter. But the next piece decides whether you wake up fresh or stiff and heavy. It's not what you do, it's when you do it. After 45, most female runners do better when hard stress has space around it. Not because they are fragile, but because the body needs more time to absorb the work. Hard stress includes long runs, hills, speed sessions, and even challenging strength training. If you stack these too close together, each session feels reasonable, but the week becomes too heavy. Then your legs are never fully good. Always a little tired, always a little sore, always a little flat. So the shift is to stop thinking in single runs and start thinking in a weekly rhythm. When you place stress with space, you will get adaptation. When you place stress with no space, you get survival. Rest is not something you earn. Rest is something that you plan. Now, a quick pause. If you want a simple way to build this into your own training week as a female runner over 45, we run a free webinar where we show you exactly how to structure training and recovery together based on your goals and your current week. The link is below and will make this much easier to apply. Back to the system. The next piece most female runners overlook is stress outside of running. Recovery is not only physical, it is also a nervous system state. If your day is filled with pressure, rushing, poor sleep routine, and constant stimulation, your body stays in a high alert mode. And when you stay there, recovery slows down. So we build one daily downshift, something small that tells the body you are safe and you can recover. It can be 10 minutes of easy walking after a meal, a calm mobility routine, light stretching with slow breathing, or sitting outside in the sun for a few minutes. The activity matters less than the signal. Calm, low stress, consistent. Your nervous system is like a car engine that's still revving when parked. You can park the car, but if the engine is still revving, you are still burning fuel. Many female runners over 45 rest, but they never truly downshift. So build one small downshift daily. Now you've heard the pieces. Easy days, refueling, spacing, downshifting. Here is the system. We call it the 4 anchors. Anchor 1 is after training. Refuel and rebuild with carbs and protein. Anchor 2 is at night. Protect sleep quality. Aim for a consistent window most days. Cooler, darker, less stimulation close to bed. Anchor 3 is your weekly rhythm. Hard days spaced. Easy days truly easy. At least one true low stress day each week. Anchor 4 is a daily downshift. A small habit that lowers stress and tells the body it's safe to recover. That is the system. If you keep these anchors, you will feel fresher more often. Start with a 2-week reset. For the next 2 weeks, do 3 things. Make easy runs truly easy. Refuel within an hour of training. Protect one true low stress day each week. Do not change everything at once. Just run that experiment. Most female runners will report 1, if not all 3 of these shifts. Their easy runs feel easier. Sleep may improve and your legs feel lighter. Once that happens, start layering in that daily downshift. If you still wake up tired, check 2 common blockers. Too much moderate work or undereating around your longer runs. We can solve both, but you must start with the anchors. Aging does not mean you stop adapting. It means you need clearer signals and better spacing. So now you know the recovery system female runners over 45 use to feel fresher on more runs. But here's the next problem. Even when you finally get your energy back, speed can still feel like it disappears after 45. You do a few faster sessions, your legs feel heavy, and you start wondering if you have hit your limit. The truth is, most female runners over 45 are not slow because they are not trying hard enough. They are slow because they are missing one specific ingredient that protects your legs, improves your mechanics, and makes faster running feel safer again. In the next video, we break down exactly what that ingredient is, how to train it without getting injured, and the simple weekly structure that makes speed come back without wrecking your recovery. Watch that next, because feeling fresher is step 1. Running faster again is step 2.